What's happening, fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of Ashford, our UK build series. And in our last episode we built this high school here for our citizens, but in this episode we're going a bit bigger. We are building big. We're between detailing. Yes, this is going to be the episode for expanding. And if you look at these nice high-rise buildings, it does suit the UK theme. So stay tuned for this episode because there's a lot to come. So without further ado, let's get cracking. So I start off by placing these little flats, UK like flats down. I use my Find It mod to find these flats. And then I also find flats with car parks, which I plop down here as well. Now, just be advised, some of the stuff you're going to see popping up without you seeing it, because again I forgot to hit recording on a couple of builds, and my skate park's one of them, which I'm kind of disappointed about because my skate park's it looks the part. But stay tuned because I've got a beautiful flyover coming towards the end of the video. Now, I really enjoyed this part. This is the garages. All I done here is I went into my Find It mod again, used the row of pillars and just plopped them down like so. And obviously clicking on them, you can obviously turn them left, right and rotate them as you can see here. Great little build, I think. And like I think I've done better on these row of garages to my first one, because my first row of garages that I done in another series, another episode should I say, was rather a bit big for my liking. But anyway, if you did like this video, if you are enjoying this series, why not hit that subscribe button as well. Comment down below, let me know your thoughts as well. Do you love the way I've placed these garages? Do you love the design of the garages? Let me know. One thing I did like with this though is these like French looking walls. I actually really like them. So obviously place these down, and I just use my Move It mod to sink the walls down, which you're about to see here. And if you haven't already noticed, I am on Blue Sky. I will leave a link in the description below. So why don't you go over, check my Blue Sky out, hit up a little follow, where I'm posting a lot of my content from my builds. Now, these are the mods that I'm using in this episode, which is Elgendo's mods. I will post a link in the description to his PDX account. So moving on, we start off by our small-sided football pitches. So in this pack it contains 3 types of pitches. It also contains a grass surface, which it looks like an AstroTurf, which you're about to see me put down. I think it's a great fit, especially for a UK build how I'm doing right now. And one thing I do like about this 5-a-side pitch is check out the little markers. The little markers to put the goalposts in position. One thing I did, which was always a hassle, was trying to get the goalposts lined up from my previous builds that I've done for like a football pitch. So this just saves so much time. So it's well needed. And in terms of my lights, I don't go OTT this time than what I've done with my last build that I've done with the school. I put a lot of these big lights down, and a lot of you commented on it, so I have 4 corners, that's all my lights. I do use the Move It mod to reduce them down like so. And obviously I move them just into position so it looks the part. And onto my little sort of building, my little changing rooms, which I'd like to think is. So if you haven't already noticed by now, I think the pillars are my favourite little asset in game for designing little quirky buildings, and we can just let our imagination run wild what they're used for. Anyway, for the past couple of days I have not been able to access the game. It's been completely crashing when loading up and when loading into the menu. Now, I tried a lot of different things, but the one thing that worked for me, so if your game is crashing, maybe an issue with regional packs, I don't know which one it is, but I had to go into the Sky app and basically I had to unscribe from the Japan regional pack, the UK, the German, all the regional packs I had to unscribe from. And then I resubscribed, and then I managed to get back into game. So that was such a hassle for the last couple of days. I've been, otherwise this video would have been released by now, hence why it's a little bit later. But it was such an issue. So if you are struggling to get in game at this moment of recording, which is currently the 28th of January, try that if you are really struggling. Onto the windows though, I do place windows and doors onto the building as well, just to give them that realism look, and yeah, it just looks the part. So I wanted a little bit of colour on my pillars, so I got a couple of buildings that aren't in use with a flat roof and a slanted roof, and as you can see here, I use my Move It mod, sink them under, and it gives me a nice flat roof. And again, it just colours the building up really nicely. Obviously I had to line it up quite a bit. So I just, with my Move It mod again, I just put the roof on like so, and like that, it's just as easy as that. And I go into my Find It mod, and this is where I start placing these lovely looking British flats. One thing I didn't do, which you're going to notice here, across from my five-a-side football pitch, you'll see I've got like a parking and a British sorted road layout. I don't stick with that, so, and I forgot to hit the record button. And the road you can see here to the left has changed. Instead of just an alleyway road, I used an alleyway road and two paths. So that's something that you didn't see in game, so that's changed a little bit as well. I do connect just an alleyway road all the way down here for the block of flats, which I really like. I love these flats, they're so British looking. But anyway, I'll jump back in just one moment, folks. So the next little set of modules see in here is the dirty roads. There are 7 paths, 3 thin, 3 wide and 1 gravel path. And there's 10 roads, which is 7 dirt, 1 sand road and 3 gravel roads. And you'll find the decals located in the stains tab in the decals section. But look at this little dirt track here with the bushes by its side. And I obviously run a little track up this side and then just extend that like so. I do take away the pavement that I have put to the left hand side there. You'll just see that just shortly. Because the pavement doesn't look too great with that pavement by its side. But it looks really good. Now, the one part I didn't hit record to is behind this building right there is my skate park. I'm absolutely gutted I did not record that because it was a great build. I'm so annoyed with myself that I didn't record it. However, moving on, I do place the first little pub inside Ashford, should I say. I just detail it up a little bit here. Tell me what your thoughts are. Leave a little comment down below with any advice, anything that you don't like, anything that you do differently. Be much appreciated. Anyway, I'm going to leave you be just now and I'll be back in just one moment. So after I've done all that, I do go into my extra assets tool and go under the stains tab from Sully, and I just basically stain up the roads. That's all I do, and it really enhances the road, and it's great with the British markings, as you'll see just shortly, and it really enhances the yellow double lines as well. I think it's an absolute great fit to our UK build. And for this part, I just cut through some forest here. I put obviously another dirt path down there. Again, it just gives me UK vibes. It cries UK vibes. And again, I put another path in as well. And then I just detail it up with some other little trees, some little bushes, just to make it that little extra detailed. And to finish off, folks, it would not be about a UK build unless it had patches on the road, cracks on the road, potholes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. If you're from the UK, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, there's the part that I forgot to record in game. Lovely looking skate park. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with a couple of flyovers of this build so far and what we've gotten up to today. If you did like this comment, hit that wee like button. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. And yeah, I'm going to leave you be. So until next time, happy gaming.